The first thing people noticed about Lena was the bruises. They were faintly yellowing along her wrist and collarbone, like shadows that refused to leave. She kept her sleeves long and her smile practiced, the kind that asked no questions and offered no answers. To the world, she was the quieter twin, the one who married young, moved to a small town, and slowly disappeared from family gatherings. Her identical twin sister, Maya, lived a different life entirely. Maya wore her hair cropped short, walked with a soldier's confidence, and carried herself like nothing could knock her off balance. She had joined the military right after high school, rising through the ranks with discipline and grit. Where Lena learned to make herself smaller, Maya learned to take up space. They spoke every week, even when Lena tried to pretend everything was fine. Maya heard it anyway, the hesitation, the way Lena laughed a second too late, the careful way she chose her words. One night, Lena missed their call. The next morning, Maya received a text that was only 3 words long. "I'm okay now." Maya knew that was a lie. When Lena finally answered the phone 2 days later, her voice trembled. She said she had tripped on the stairs. She said her husband, Aaron, had been stressed from work. She said it was nothing. Maya didn't argue, didn't accuse. She listened. She waited. And then she booked leave. Maya arrived unannounced, her uniform folded neatly in a duffel bag. Lena opened the door and froze. For a moment, it was like looking into a mirror that showed a life she might have had. Same face, same eyes, but hollowed out. Lena tried to step back, embarrassed, but Maya stepped in and wrapped her arms around her sister. Lena broke down then, the truth spilling out between sobs. The yelling, the controlling rules, the shove that sent her into the counter. The apologies that followed, always promising it would never happen again. Maya didn't raise her voice. She didn't threaten. She simply said, "Pack a bag." Lena hesitated. Fear had a way of tying knots in her chest. "He'll notice," she whispered. "He'll be angry." Maya looked around the house. Pristine, quiet, tense. "Let him," she said softly. "But not at you." They made a plan, simple and careful. Lena would leave town for a few days, staying with a friend Maya trusted. Maya would stay behind. They were identical down to a scar on the left eyebrow from a childhood fall. Lena's husband often bragged that he could tell them apart, but Maya suspected he'd never really tried. That evening, when Aaron came home, he didn't notice anything unusual. "You're quiet," he said, dropping his keys. Maya, wearing Lena's sweater, standing in Lena's kitchen, nodded and said nothing. She moved the way Lena did, smaller, slower. She watched him closely. Over the next 2 days, Aaron's behavior unfolded like a script Maya had already read. The sharp comments disguised as jokes. The rules about dinner, about noise, about what Lena should or shouldn't wear. Maya complied, observed, remembered. She documented everything quietly. Timestamps, notes, recordings were legal, her training precise and calm. On the 3rd day, Aaron lost his temper over something trivial. A dish left in the sink. His voice rose. He stepped closer than necessary. "What are you going to do about it?" he snapped. Maya straightened. For the first time, she looked him directly in the eyes. Not with fear, but with steady resolve. "You're going to lower your voice," she said evenly. "And you're going to step back." Aaron laughed, surprised. "What's gotten into you?" "Accountability," Maya replied. The shift unsettled him. He tried to regain control, to intimidate, but Maya didn't flinch. She set clear boundaries, calm and firm, naming his behavior without insults or threats. When he reached out, more out of habit than intention, Maya stepped aside smoothly, her movements controlled, trained. He stumbled, shocked more than hurt. That night, Maya made a call. The next morning, Aaron was served with a temporary protective order based on documented evidence and witness statements. Maya had already spoken with a local advocate and arranged legal support for Lena. When Aaron realized what was happening, panic set in. He demanded explanations, apologies, second chances. Maya listened without emotion. "You don't get to rewrite this," she said. "Your actions have consequences." When Lena returned, She found the house quiet, safe. Maya met her at the door, their resemblance striking again, but now Lena stood a little taller. The bruises were fading. The fear was loosening its grip. They sat together on the couch, hands intertwined like they had when they were children. Lena cried, not from pain this time, but from relief. "I thought I was weak," she said. Maya shook her head. "You survived. That's strength. And now you get to choose what comes next." Aaron tried to contact Lena repeatedly, messages swinging between anger and regret. Lena didn't respond. With support, she began rebuilding new routines, new boundaries, a future that felt like her own. Maya returned to her post, confident that her sister was no longer alone.